Nah, I just leave my Twitter open there. That's all. Just do that. Turn this off. Oh man, what's up, people? What's going on? How y'all doing? We here. We live. Finally returned. Let me just hear my speakers go off 1 second. All right, here we go. A little bit more here. Once I'm just adjusting my volume. Just adjusting the volume. There we go. More here. Perfect. Once I'm just adjusting my volume. Perfect. Okay. What's going on, people? Big Cloud here, back again, finally, after a long hiatus. How you guys doing? You know, E3 week is officially over. Pretty much. E3 is pretty much over. We are now done. Now, this right here is not going to be a review of the whole event as a whole. Instead, I'm going to dedicate this stream strictly to Microsoft. As you guys know, Microsoft was pretty much the only one in terms of the big three that was at E3 this year. So it made sense for Microsoft to pretty much be the star of the show, right? Well, Microsoft's E3. You know, Maslin, I gotta give a shout out to DRM, aka the Maslin, because he legit tried his hardest to wake me up when I was like, I was putting faith into this. I was like, I think the show is gonna be good. And Maslin was like, nah, they're gonna screw it up somehow. And I'm like, I don't know, Mas. I don't know, bro. It seems too hard. It seems too hard for them to do that. They got everything. They got the third-party devs on their stage. All they got to do is just show off a few gameplay segments for a few games, show off the new IPs, not necessarily gameplay for the new IPs, but at least title cards or something like that for the new IPs, right? We got into this E3, and we're still hit with the same statement that's been plaguing the Xbox since 2013. Wait till E3, ladies and gentlemen. Wait to E3. The very statement that has plagued this console since its inception with the Xbox One, the original. We're waiting to E3. Why? That's my question for you guys. I'm pretty sure those of you who are logical, you know why I asked this question. Why should I have to wait? Why should anybody have to wait? This show was by far one of the silliest shows I have seen in a long time. It really was. Third-party game here, third-party game there, which again, we knew what we were going to see. But the fact that the biggest highlight coming out of Microsoft's event was Keanu Reeves, I don't know what to say about that. I don't know how I feel about that. The biggest statement, the biggest thing coming out of Microsoft's E3 was Keanu Reeves. And he's going to be in Cyberpunk. What's up, everybody in the chat? Sorry, I'm not saying what's up. I'm like literally trying to just get to the point with this one. I meant to do this earlier. But the internet had to be reset up. So is what it is. But shout out to everybody. Shout out to Malik. What's up, Savage Lobo, Super Chat. Xbox E3 was basically Little Rebel. What's up, bro? Thank you. Shout out to Nova. What's up, Joystick Guru? Everybody, Dawn. I see y'all. How y'all doing? I don't know what to say from this point forward. I really don't right now. Gears of War 5. This is probably the biggest shocker right here at this actually E3 event. Gears of War 5, guys, didn't even get a gameplay segment, and that game comes out in 3 months. How is that acceptable in 2019? How? Gears of War gets no gameplay and that game's about to come out? And yet you're prioritizing Keanu Reeves and Cyberpunk? Don't get me wrong, it's a cool announcement. I'm happy for him. We all love The Matrix. We love Keanu Reeves as an actor. He's a cool actor. But Come on, man. You don't prioritize an actor, especially over one of your biggest releases for Microsoft and the console. You don't do that. They literally prioritize an actor over the actual games that are supposed to be shown there. Shout out to El Matador. He says Sony won and Square Enix. Phil just didn't care or don't care. That's the vibe I got. That's kind of the vibe I got with this show. What's up, Roman? Going into this show, they actually went the extra mile too. I hope y'all noticed this too, because I took notes of this. After they were done with their announcements, they had the nerve to talk about the next Xbox. And I want you to take notes of this trailer that they showed, this little inside video for the new Xbox, right? If you notice, it's the exact same video that we got for the Xbox One X. It's literally the exact same video. Got the same people in there, the people that told you this is the We Heard You console. This is the console that's going to fix everything, right? This is everything. This is the fix. Everything about that video. It's the exact same video. And they're talking about, 8K, faster load times. And it's a little strange how Sony came out first and said load times. They were talking about 8K and all this. And people was downplaying like, there's no way that's possible. There's no way Sony's going to deliver these load times. These load times are not real. They're running faster because they're on PCs. Microsoft confirms it. Well, I'm excited for next generation. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, geez. I lost brain cells watching this show. I really did. I was cringing so hard because it's like they even had a segment in this actual E3 where they dedicated to indies. Now, if I remember correctly, Microsoft has Inside Xbox, do they not, guys? So why isn't Inside Xbox used for these indie games? Why are you even putting that on the show when you know good and well that all your hardcore gamers, your hardcore audience wants to see the real games, the master studios? You know? Why would you put this? Why would you prioritize that over the master that you got? It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. And then I don't even want to get into. I'm about to get into this right now too. They flat out disrespected the Xbox fans right now. I'm sorry, all Xbox fans. I'm sorry. I can understand the passion for Xbox. I can respect your decision if you want to stay loyal to Xbox. That is perfectly fine. You can support Xbox still to this day. But one thing we need to talk about was the blatant disrespect that was given to Xbox consumers. Let's be real here. Majority of the announcements here, we're going straight to PC. Quantum TV, Quantum Pothies. What's up, bro? How you doing? Majority of the announcements were announcing games going to PC. They're coming out with Game Pass for PC. Now, we already knew that was coming, right? But they announced Game Pass for PC. There's going to be a strict Game Pass strictly for PC, and they're going to be throwing their own exclusive games on there. So Game Pass are going to have a different set library as well for them. And they even went the extra mile, like I said before, a few podcasts ago, where I was telling you guys that there's a possibility that they could merge Game Pass and Xbox Live into one service and sell that to you. People was like, there's no way they're going to do that, Ryan. It's an option. They're not going to force that upon you. Look at it now. Automatically, you got to do say, I'm pre-order right now. I like this. I like the value. Think about it. They threw this at you right now because they knew they can get away with it. But it's sad. If you heard the door open, that was somebody creeping in here. Now I'm playing. Anyway, besides the point. Game Pass is now officially, you might as well call it Xbox Live. And Sony's no slouch too. Sony did this too. You guys remember PlayStation Plus, right? Remember how PlayStation Plus started off as nothing. It was just an offering for games on PS3. They saw an opportunity with PS4 to sell it to you, and they sold it to you for PS4, and we got it for PlayStation 4, and that's the norm. You know what I'm saying? They finally did what Sony did in 2013 at the start of this generation. So Game Pass officially transformed into that. All right. So I got a special guest coming through here to discuss this event with me. He just got back at me on Twitter, so let me go ahead and send him the link. But we're gonna have a good discussion about this. This show is, I'm confused. I'm very, 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 very confused. 1 second. Anyway, put that there. But this is oh man. E3 2019. How do we go? You know, this is tough. This is hard for me to do, guys. It's hard for me to do. I went into this event expecting just some good announcements, not necessarily like game changing announcements. I think I speak for everybody, all Xbox fans. We weren't expecting like megaton announcements, right? We were just expecting the basics, some good announcements to get you through the year and going into 2020. Because obviously 2020 is pretty much to build the year as the year for games. Am I right? We pretty much saw that. That was apparent. We got the new Avengers game, which looks pretty good, looks promising. You know, a lot of other games are going to come out in 2020. So they pretty much still, you know, hinted that 2020 was going to be the year. The Star Wars game from EA is going to be 2020. I mean, E3, or not E3, but 2020 is definitely the year for gaming right there. 2019 is just an afterthought. But man, if that was the case, if this is what they had to show for you guys for this year's E3, what was the point of E3 2019, guys? The E3, I'm telling you right now, it felt like E3 could have been skipped altogether, and Microsoft could have done like a super event. They could have treated Inside Xbox as like a super event for half these announcements here. I'm just saying. And the whole Keanu Reeves things too, like I said, the highlight from Keanu Reeves being in the show. Keanu Reeves is not exclusive to the Xbox. He's going to be on the PS4 version of the game as well as the Xbox. So does nothing for me. You know, does nothing for me. It doesn't do anything for anybody. Excuse me. What's up, everybody in the chat? I know I'm seeing the chat. I see a lot of people. How y'all doing? Hit that like button. Go ahead, share this out. This needs to be said. We need to talk. This is a lot to take in from this E3, man. Woo! I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. It's cold, man. It's a cold one right here. I mean, just that. But man. He said nothing can top The Rock. Oh man, people came at my neck too when I was talking about Death Stranding. You remember my video I did about Death Stranding? PlayStation Plus with PS Now? No. I don't think Sony should do PlayStation Plus. No, I don't think so. Even though I'm pretty sure they probably would, just to counter Microsoft's announcement of this. I don't think they should. If they want to merge PS Now and PS Plus, that would definitely add some more value to PS Now, even more value to it. It's got more games than any servers, right, Spartan? So that would be smart to add more value to it. You know, you get this, plus you can play online. You have access to all these games, blah, blah, blah. It's all included in one little price. Sure. That's fine. They could do that. Will they do it? Not sure. You know, I'm not sure, but that's not a bad choice for them. But I'm waiting for him to get in here. I'm waiting for him to get in here because it's funny, man. It's funny. Forte, what's up, bro? How you doing? Going further into this event too, man. I saw some good posts. Shout out to the Iron Lords podcast. I saw him post King David. He was posting the xCloud because they had xCloud there. They didn't necessarily focus on xCloud. So they didn't focus on xCloud as much at this event, but they did have it there. And King David showed off a pretty cool demo of it. So he was actually running it in real time. It actually ran better at the stage. So that was pretty cool to see. So hopefully they got their infrastructure fixed. But we'll see, right? We'll see. We'll wait till it's field tested. When it's properly field tested, then I can actually make the actual claim of whether it's good or bad. But that was there. So that was a nice little cool thing to see there. Let's see what else here, man. Because most of the announcements were third-party, games that we already knew about. Halo Infinite looks like Halo to me. I mean, it looks fine, looks good, but doesn't necessarily do much for me. Just doesn't do much for me. That's just me. I don't know about y'all. I can't speak for all of you, but it does nothing for me. Halo does nothing for me. I've seen it already. Then we went into this crazy, I don't know what's going on with Microsoft in this regard, but they had like this cross movie/game thing going on here because they showed off Gears of War 5. I guess this is DLC, so I'm guessing Gears of War 5 is going to have, wait a minute. I'm taking it like, the DLC is going to be part of like either single player. It looked like single player, but it might be multiplayer. They showed off Terminator DLC for Gears of War 5, and they literally showed the scene from Terminator 2 with a Terminator holding the Lancer, which again was kind of like, why is this here? Why are they focusing on this? I don't know, but that right there was, there was no gameplay neither, but that's what they did. They showed that. They showed another one with like a horror version of it, something like that. I forgot. I really don't forgot about that one, but it was an afterthought. I thought that was weird. They had literally Terminator holding a Lancer, like the skeleton version of him holding the Lancer. I was like, really? Oh Lord, this is crazy, man. It's a crazy event. Crazy. Hold on, me justice. Oh God. Trigger uppercut. He gonna throw his Xbox in the trash. That's funny. I don't know how. Again, I don't know what to say, man. You said it's a 6 out of 10. Are you talking about the overall E3 as a whole? Or are you talking about Microsoft's E3? Microsoft's E3, man. I don't know what to say, man. People were getting mad. Like I see people posting this on Twitter. People are getting mad at gamers for expecting stuff that Microsoft tweeted out and actually hinted at for this show. Dudes are going, oh, you believed rumors and speculation, and this is why the show was bad to you. No, Microsoft hyped us up with the actual show. They hyped us up. So we go in here, we're expecting some major announcements. We get into the show. There is hardly any major announcements that make you jump out your seat. None. I mean, if you were hyped for Cyberpunk, then obviously Cyberpunk's announcement did it all for you, right? It did it all for you. But again, multiplat. It's going to another platform. They're going to have marketing rights to that. And again, it's weird that they even invest into that as opposed to investing more into their studios to get these games out here even quicker. Demos out here for you guys. I find it weird to even focus on a marketing deal for a game when good and well the game is going to sell better on the competing platform, regardless of how much advertisement you do. Everybody knows that Sony is going to do better with Cyberpunk than Microsoft is. More people are on PlayStation than Microsoft's console this generation. So again, it's pointless for them to even do that. It's pointless. Wait to 2020. What's up, Raj? What's up? And again, it's pointless.
BitCloud Gaming.
That's money that could have been put more into your studios. Granted, I know money doesn't necessarily mean everything in terms of that, right? But still, you could have at least helped out in many other cases and put more emphasis on it for the people.
BitCloud Gaming.
Oh, look who's here. Dealer's here. What's up, man?
How you doing, bud?
I can't hear him. Oh, hold on. Let me adjust my microphone.
Am I coming through? Maybe not.
There you go. I'm sorry, I had to turn this up.
What's happening?
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing okay. Getting ready for my own damn show.
Yeah, sorry, I had to cut it super close. I tried to do it earlier, but the internet guy took forever to reset this up.
Oh man, what's happening? What are we talking about?
That E3, man. That E3 2019. Now, not the whole show. I know you got RDX. Shout out to you and RDX, but this go straight with Microsoft's, and I know because a lot of people I've seen a lot of posts, directed towards you and everybody who covers gaming news. Basically, they're saying that we're in the wrong because we hyped up, rumors.
Oh, we're in the wrong for believing Phil Spencer when he was talking about, no, I think what it is that people like to damage control everything. And I also think a lot of these same people didn't go back and watch E3 2017 and 2018 and hold themselves to the same hype level, and then go watch 19. There's a dramatic difference here. So it's not about expectations. It's not about rumor. If anybody watched anything I said, I would talk about these people that literally got the Halo Infinite. They leaked Halo Infinite, the game itself. They leaked Project Scarlett, the family systems themselves. But then they say this other stuff. So you got to go with it a little bit. And you got to take it with a grain of salt. Then you got to watch E319 and realize that, holy fuck, all right, maybe not.
Yeah.
You know, so it was a letdown. It wasn't because of the hype that it was any higher than last year. I was actually about the same amount of hype because I knew a lot of games were going to be there. I knew some things behind the scenes as well, but about the same amount of hype as last year. And coming away from it like that, I was still severely let down.
Yeah, it's bad, man. I mean, I know you were really looking forward to Gears of War 5. You know, that's the game you've been tweeting out the most. And I'm sitting there going, yeah, I'm with Dealer on this. Where's the gameplay section? Where's the gameplay? It comes out in 3 months.
Are we in trouble for being hyped for Gears 5, a game we know?
Where's Gears of War? That's like me saying, where's the Last of Us gameplay if Last of Us was going to come out in 3 months?
Exactly. They showed 8. This is why I got to give it. I thought Sony's last conference was dog shit, but I still say that they still showed like 8 minutes or so of Last of Us 2 gameplay, and that game was like over a year out at that time.
Yes.
And Gears of War 5, I understand. I don't actually know. Fuck it. I don't understand why you want to keep the story under wraps so heavily when you're showing Horde Escape and you're still, spoilers, enemies in there that you never seen and all this weird stuff that's going on. And it's cool, right? But
yeah,
at the end of the day,
I thought they were trolling us, right? I'm be honest with you. I thought they were trolling us for a good chunk. Because remember how when they showed the crossover between Terminator and him, I'm thinking, okay, after that's done, it's going to go strictly into Gears of War 5.
Mm-hmm.
They went to Keanu Reeves.
I think Keanu was first, and that was like the highlight, unfortunately. Man, I when they showed the Kate thing, when she's hearing these voices, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, that's the shit I do. Like, look at this, right? And then she transforms, and you're like, okay, this bitch is gonna go like Kerrigan from StarCraft, right?
Exactly.
And then I was super hyped for this. I thought it was well done. And then they go under stage and they go down in the basement with the wrestlers, and they're like, hey, what if I told you you're going to see more WWE superstars than actual Gears of War 5 gameplay at this Gears of War 5 segment at E3?
Oh, God.
I couldn't believe it. And I'm looking forward to the game. I think it's going to be one of the highest rated Gears, or one of the highest rated modern Gears, because back in the day, all the Gears games were ridiculously high rated, you know. But
you're not wrong for thinking that. I mean, it looks good. It looks promising. It does look better than majority of the ones that came out before. It does look like they improved it. So I'm okay with that. You know, that's fine. That's good. I'm glad they improved it. But again, the fact that they were just so stingy not to even show you at least a segment of the game. Remember, Spider-Man, we had so many segments for Spider-Man, and people were like, oh, they probably were spoiling the whole game. And then, you played Spider-Man, they didn't spoil a damn thing. They even created certain levels strictly for demos.
That what's that game from People Can Fly? That game is years out.
Yes.
And they still showed in-game stuff, whatever it might look like when it comes out, whatever. But they still showed like a montage of stuff without any sound or story. I just don't agree. Look, because we know there's traversal in Gears 5. We know it's going like hub open world for the first time ever. There's going to be customization. The maps are can be up to 20 times bigger, blah, blah, blah. It's a big, big game with multiple different environments, and the hype is real for this game 3 months out. It's going to be one of the best games that Xbox has released.
Yeah, I can see
that. And nothing. So disappointed, fucking sue me.
And then I don't even want to talk about Battletoads. What happened with Battletoads?
Let's not talk about Battletoads.
That killed me right there. I saw Battletoads. I'm like, okay, here we go, Battletoads. What am I looking at?
You sound like you just turned into a Battletoads when you said that. I don't.
Oh God,
I don't know, man. Like, I know we got a lot of frauds that don't actually pay attention to anything I'm actually saying. Like on your channel, right? There's a divide. That's part of the problem with this community. I say it every time. Motherfuckers listen to a clip some idiot put up of me saying that I don't care how much power the Xbox has now. You dumb bitch. If you think this thing had 2 teraflops, I would be fucking happy. Like, use your brain, right? So I once again, we've been very critical over in RDX and stuff about all this stuff, and it is what it is.
And then to add, like, I didn't even see this as a good thing, Dealer. Like, sometimes you would see, like, usually you would expect this because we talked about this. I know you talked about on RDX. I talked about on RGT that we were possibly going to see the new Xbox there, whether it be like a hardware reveal or just specification reveal.
Yeah,
they talked about specifications, right? They talked about 8K, they talked about 120 frames and load times.
Mm-hmm.
But you notice it's the exact same video that we got for the Scarlett. Exactly.
It's exactly what I thought it would be, man. Honestly, I said I think it'll be an Xbox One X style reveal, but I did expect him to claim absolute power dominance, and it's not because of insiders. Once again, idiots not paying attention. Phil Spencer himself last year on stage said they will have the benchmark.
Yes, he did say that. He did say that.
That's why people expect it to be the fastest. It's not because we talk to any particular person or think it ourselves. It's because Phil Spencer said it would be the benchmark.
Yep. And his reaction to, like, his demeanor, they did not once say that we have the most powerful console. What they stated was this is the strongest console that Microsoft has ever produced. And
they said the closest thing to the most powerful that they said, and from what I've heard behind the scenes, and we've had Mike Ybarra on the show, like I talked to
that was a good show too. That was good. That was good.
From what I hear behind the scenes, there's a very strong possibility that it will be the fastest. But if they're not willing to tackle that right now, I'm not going to sit here and say they're saying that shit, because they're acting like, oh, I'm juking left. So I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But what I do know is that the closest thing they said to the most powerful is they said it will be the most immersive console. That's it. And that's not enough for me.
Yeah. Shout out to Carlos. He said Phil's grin said it all. Yeah. He was definitely grinning. He was grinning a lot.
Phil's a great guy, man. But this E3, I was a little hyped up by some of the stuff he said, and I think he's getting that reaction back from a lot of people that they could have gone hard here, and there's a strong sense that they really held back because we know they held back. They have a bunch of different games that we've been hearing about for a while. They really held back, and this wasn't really the E3 to hold back. They didn't want to win by technical default in the first place. But now E3 really did feel like it was just whatever.
Yeah, that's a good question. What you think about this? Chris Jones, good question, bro. He said, Ryan and Dealer, do you think they should have done Battletoads or built Battletoads to look like the Toad character off of Killer Instinct? Yes. I would have been sold or something like that.
I just don't care about Battletoads, man. But for Battletoads fans, I think they should recreate the old ones in modern day, and I think that might be how they're going. I'm not going to judge a game. I haven't played it. Speaking of Killer Instinct, like, where the fuck is that? Right? There's so many things that Iron Galaxy work on. Like, they're working on these things. They're just not revealing it. They're like, fuck it. We know we need this stuff for next year.
Yes.
And we're going to try to kick it off with a bang. Also, Halo. They said they're going to launch Scarlett with Halo next year. Bonnie Wright said they're not launching Halo till it's done. So what does that mean? That now, no matter what, it has to come out? What if it's not done? Like, or maybe it's closer to being done than I've heard behind the scenes. I don't know.
You know what's real contradictory of what he's stating at E3 too? You think about it, you don't even need the next Xbox for going for their game wise, because they're going to be releasing them on X. They're going to be compatible with that, plus xCloud and PC. So you don't even need the new Xbox. They're basically just telling you, well, yeah, we have options, right, for every platform, but at the same time, we're not even showing you anything that even locks you down to this console or makes you want to even double down on this one.
I mean, it's a year away. And what I will say is Sony would do the same thing with Last of Us. Last of Us 2 will have a PS5, PS5 per patch and all that stuff, and you can play that where you want. And
I think what they're going to do is they're doing enhanced games with PS5. But
enhanced come from a PS4 to a PS5 can be fucking night and day if they really leverage the system, right?
Yeah.
And just because a game is on the Xbox One does not mean that the Scarlett version or furthermore the PC version is not going to be fucking night and day. They've been dealing with compatibility for decades. Just because it's on a weak system doesn't mean it's not going to look among the best of the best on the highest end systems. We've seen this on PC for decades. Compatibility is part of the reason that game cores are going to be a thing. New high-end, basically a high-end compatibility software to let them scale their games up and down, mobile, PC, console, all that stuff. Even xCloud, actually. Yeah. So
yeah. How do you feel about that being free, by the way, xCloud?
It's not free. It's only free if you're doing it's only free if you are doing what PlayStation did in 2013, which is remote play. I do believe that you can remote play from your console. He said something that was weird yesterday. He said while you're out and about, you can use your own Xbox server at home as an xCloud server, whereas initially we thought maybe that'd be relegated to the home. Yeah. So I'm not quite 100% sure on that yet. The Azure version of xCloud, I 100% believe is going to be tied to Game Pass Ultimate. much like PlayStation Now.
I would not be surprised because they already tied Xbox Gold to it. So yeah,
it's a killer fucking deal.
It really is. Yeah, I said that too a while back. I was like, people were calling me crazy. I know you saw the tweets. People called me crazy. Like, oh, this dude, you speaking out your ass with this. I'm like,
this
no.
Dude looked around and saw what other things cost, and then he, looked and see what this cost. He's crazy.
It's possible. I'm like, guys, it's possible. Game Pass can be linked with Xbox Gold. They can do this shit right now. And when it does that, I didn't say it, and it happens. It happens.
Yeah, and they just linked Game Pass PC to Ultimate. So if I want to go play Metro Exodus on my 2080 with ray tracing, I can try that. I still haven't
tons of services this year. Definitely, I will have to say that it was definitely the debut of a lot of services at this year's E3,
which was a weakness of the actual E3 itself.
Yeah, because Ubisoft announced Uplay Plus. Now I know you damn well you hate Uplay as much as I do. I don't even like it on the consoles. Like they give you some of the most gayest awards. I'm being real with you guys though, because I platinum like the entire Assassin's Creed series. I got a crap ton of points on Assassin's Creed, like on my profile, and I can use that to unlock in-game stuff. I'm telling you right now, 9 times out of 10, the stuff that I unlock in the game is stuff that you would look at and cringe. Like, for example, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, they had this outfit where he had like a patch on his eye. I'm like, why doesn't he look like that, period?
What kind of awards did they give you? What? I ain't even gonna repeat it, but
it's from the awards thing. Oh, they give you awards like basically think about it as cosmetic items. That's basically what you can get, cosmetic like items you can download and but you link it to your account once you sign in, and you go to the rewards category of the game, and it will show you stuff that you can unlock, based on your points that you have on your profile. Now, if you don't use your points, right? If you just play games and you don't necessarily go to your profile, obviously you're gonna mass up a good amount of points on your account. And you'll pick and choose whatever you want.
What do you think about that service? I mean, if you compare how many games are in there, they do give you all the DLC. Like Game Pass Ultimate apparently gives you all the DLC, the Ultimate editions as well.
Yeah.
So if you compare it to Game Pass Ultimate, it's the same damn price, but a fraction of the games, like 100 as opposed to 300.
Yeah.
And why is it on console?
Yeah. I don't know how long. Like, what's the limit? I wonder if they're gonna have a limit for the games. I remember how like Game Pass was stuck at 200 games, and they kept taking and putting on there, and it was like stuck.
I'm not sure it's stuck. I think they just see that this game's trash.
But they exceeded. But remember how like at the start it was stuck at 200, and like they kept taking away and it added and coming back. Some games are coming back and some will be removed. So I don't know how they're gonna do this, but maybe they'll up the price of that eventually if they get to a point where they can put more games, like crazy amount of games on there. So, who knows? It might go up to $60 a year.
In the future. I want to. Why do you think people just feel the fucking need to damage control the fact that this just wasn't a good E3 compared to other E3s? They say it's not for everyone. Well, I don't want to see. Fonzo really made the most funny fucking joke last RDX. I died. He said, I watched a deer headbutt a vending machine and get some Xbox soap out of it. And I fucking died, bro. I died, bro. And I'm sitting there thinking, why? There are no 10-year-olds or 4-year-olds in the crowd.
Right.
E3 for the hardcore. That's how I feel. Maybe you disagree, but I feel like that's watched primarily by the hardcore. Yeah. And I get that they want to make a statement and say, look, work with Xbox, we fuck with everybody, right?
Right.
But at the same time, I just didn't like it, man. I just didn't like it. Like, what do you want me to do? Fucking lie and say, well, I didn't like it, but hey, I'm sure Timmy in the crowd did. There was no Timmy in the crowd.
There was no Timmy in the crowd. Unless you were like, this is what my take from it.
Right? There was Tim Dog in the crowd, but there was no Timmy in the crowd.
This is my take from it. I mean, if you were there physically, I'm pretty sure you had a time in your life, because you were part of the spectacle, kind of like WrestleMania, right? Like WrestleMania could be trash, but it'd be great if you were there physically just to experience the event. If you were there and you probably just, enjoyed the festivities, then sure, you probably walked away and was like, this is a great E3. But I know Mr. Boom, shout out to Boom. I know he pretty much had a time, he had a good time. The Iron Lords were there and they said it wasn't good neither.
But you got to separate your time with the people and in the actual conference.
Yeah.
I don't think that when you're sitting on that stage, you might be excited, but looking back on it, and please go back and watch past E3s last couple of years. It's just different, man. Cyberpunk looked pretty legit. Keanu, headshot like 4 people in the crowd when he left the stage. I don't know, man.
I got my money. Fucking the Avengers is looking very, very promising. I'm looking forward
to hate on that game.
I don't know. They said they want to see more gameplay of it, but I'm like, they showed you gameplay.
Could you?
Yeah, they showed you gameplay.
I mean, they showed way more gameplay than Gears did, and Gears is 3 months away.
Exactly. I don't get it. You could tell it was gameplay in certain segments where, Iron Man was flying, dodging the cars. They switched to Hulk doing the smash and hitting the tank and throwing it.
Thor threw his hammer at a guy at a car and
he got stuck in the back. So they
were snippets. They were snippets. I'll give them that. But it was still a lot of in-game, in-engine. You could tell that it could look like that on current hardware. It wasn't crazy fucking stupid. The weirdest thing is Black Widow's big-ass weird head. But that's about it.
I thought the voice, I don't know, the voice is going to take a minute to grow on me because I'm so used to Scarlett's voice for Black Widow. Yeah, her voice is going to take a little. I think that's Laura Bailey who's voicing Black Widow.
Who's also Kate in Gears 5.
Oh, yeah. Damn. Yeah. Shit. she's
working. And she was heard and seen more in this game this 2020 than the one coming out in a few months. And that's really, that was the point of my last tweet. That was the whole point of my tweet about Avengers. And then Randall had to jump in there and undermine everything. So I had to repost it.
Oh, God.
But yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
It's not all bad. It's not all bad. Like, don't get me wrong. Sony didn't win shit. They weren't there. But it's never good to win by default.
Yeah.
And it may, I just think it lowered my hype for some games, and that when you come on way less hyped, that's
a problem. That's a serious problem. You would think you'd like E3 again. This is our Super Bowl. We all can agree, whether you're an Xbox fan, PlayStation fan, PC, whatever. E3 is our Super Bowl. We tune into this every year. We fly in from countries to see this. And
you gotta remember, we're in a community. But the second the Sony said they weren't doing it, half of these frauds listening said it was irrelevant.
Oh, shit.
So I think we need to remember that kind of shit because it's not irrelevant. I think it has tremendous potential to change the entire year. Think about it. An amazing E3 changes the entire year for gaming.
Yeah.
And anything where a massive pile of games collects and is shown off, it will never be irrelevant. This year's wasn't even irrelevant. It was damn close. But we did get some of the biggest stuff of the year. Cyberpunk, Keanu, the Halo trailer, no gameplay, but it still was pretty fire. There was some stuff like the Avengers stuff people are talking about and all the new information that was revealed, but it was just really underwhelming. So I guess it's not that hard to be the biggest thing of the year when not much else is happening, I guess.
Yeah. And I know Brad Sands was talking about he was on vacation. I'm thinking pretty much everybody was like, "Yeah, fuck E3, I'm going on vacation and not watching this." But Brad was talking about it too. I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know, Brad. I don't know. I'm not even excited for half the shit you mentioned right now after watching this. I don't even want to look at an Xbox. I don't want to see no ads, no nothing after this. This is terrible to me. It felt like Xbox gamers got the short end of the stick by like a long shot. And they just focused strictly on PC. Like PC was their main focus everywhere. Everything. They got their own Game Pass. They got their own games coming. The Gears of War, what was that? Is it Funko Pop and Tactics? Aren't those exclusive to PC?
Pop is a cell phone game. Shouldn't have been there.
Isn't it?
And Tactics is a PC game day one, but will come to Xbox eventually. And I'm told that by a really good source. And Tactics wasn't even at E3.
Yeah.
So is that coming? I don't know when that was supposed to come out, but believe it or not, there are XCOM fans out there.
Yes.
And this is the next closest thing you can get to that. And there are people waiting on the game. So those people are kind of left out in the cold.
Yeah. Flight simulator, though. Hey, we got a flight simulator. we got a flight simulator. Hey, you got to give them an 8 out of 10. They gave us a flight simulator.
When I saw that on the screen, I thought this is going to be a fucking meme.
Oh, it was.
It was. I mean, I don't even pay attention to these little fucking trolls that live just to be dickheads on Twitter.
You had to see Twitter. Everybody was. I don't know if you go to your PS4 right now and look up some flight simulators. Dudes are sitting there going, "Sorry guys, but we ponies need to demand better." They were showing only 2 flight simulator games on PS4. They were taking jabs at
I mean, Flight Simulator has numbers behind it. I just don't get why it's there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looked beautiful, right? Some of the most realistic graphics I ever saw, but it's a fucking flight simulator. I think it is coming to, I was like, is this even coming to Xbox? And I think it is coming to Xbox, but at the end of the day, it's goddamn flight simulator.
Yeah. It was a lot to take in, man. It was bad. I couldn't believe my eyes, because remember, I'm on record. People can go to the podcast. I said it. I'm looking forward to this. I'm expecting some good announcements. Not megatons, right? We weren't expecting no mega reveals, but we were expecting something, some context to games that we knew they were working on. None of that was given to us at the show.
None. I think any real gamer should have been looking forward to E3, no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, everybody. I mean, you might be upset that Sony's not there, but at least you gotta admit you at least tuned into Xbox or you tuned into these events for something.
For third party, at the very least.
Yeah, the third party at least. Sony might not be there physically for the first party, sure, but we all tuned into Microsoft for the third party as well. So, the fact that the third party outshined the first party wasn't nothing new, because that usually happens at a lot of these E3 events, right? Because they show more third party than first party.
Yeah, they got the biggest games of the year.
That's always a thing. That's nothing that really is a shocker, but it's just the lack of care of first party, and especially in the most crucial categories such as gameplay. That
was a lack of care for third party there. I saw a deer headbutt Xbox soap out of a vending machine. All right. There wasn't even that much third party there. Furthermore, what the fuck is going on with Warner Brothers? Well, yes. Batman wasn't there. Patrick Redding, the creative director of Warner Brothers Montreal, they teased this new Batman game. They said you'll know more soon. We know it exists because of LinkedIn, Batman Project 2019.
Yes,
all this stuff. All of a sudden, they pull out of Comic-Con. They're not at E3. I'm just fucking confused. This is one of the first off, this is probably one of the worst E3s I can remember across the board. Yeah. Secondly, this is one of the weirdest E3s.
It's like everybody just got the flu all of a sudden. You know what? I'm gonna pull out. I'm not going to show this game here. I'm just going to wait probably another year. Why advertise it? Why hype people up?
It reminds me of 2013 in the fact that, well, in a way, because when people learned that next gen systems were coming out, they just stopped buying some of the games because they didn't want to play on the current one as much. I don't know if you ever got that vibe.
Yes.
And it's like developers know that. It's like they're all holding back.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be tough to watch this though, because you remember before we got to the E3, we had the Xbox body wash and soap thing that they showed up. So you knew we were in for a treat when we were going to start the show. Let
me explain that real quick, how that works. A lot of people think that's fucking Redmond in a marketing campaign. That's a little team of a few people in Australia. It's the same team, because every single area has their own Xbox, kind of Xbox Australia, Xbox Brazil. Yeah. And this Australian team said, oh, we got this little budget, right? They got a little budget for this type of stuff. And this is the same team that built that grease-proof controller, right? That you couldn't really buy.
Yes.
But it's got attention. And a lot of people are like, that's really fucking dumb. But I'm hearing about it right now. I can see like, some marketing isn't bad marketing or whatever, right? People like to say that. But this was bad marketing. It really was bad marketing. I don't agree with that at all. And some people say there's no such thing as bad publicity. Bill Cosby would disagree with you. Exactly. Really hard right now.
That cost him all his accolades. I need to chill with that. There's bad publicity. There's bad publicity. He lost everything. Let's not even go down that route.
He's in jail right now. Fuck yeah, worth it. So dumb. There's bad publicity.
What's up, Nathaniel? What's up, brother? It's just, oh man, I don't know what else. I'm literally trying to think. It's something really, really good. And again, all I think about is Cyberpunk. That was really like the game that had us all going, damn, this looks great. And I don't know, man. The new video for the new Xbox, it just didn't do anything for me, because it's like, why would I care when you just showed a lack of caring for the gamers now?
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think it's just, unfortunately, which I think is the wrong call, holding too much shit back because there was no competition there. I think it was just a wrong call. I think it was even more of a wrong call for them to hype it up and say 14. Everyone that put 14-0 in their name, that was a big L. So I just think that I'm just going to be a lot more cautious about what's said in the future going forward after this E3. Yeah, I don't even want to. I just don't even want to make videos right now, man. I'm like, whatever. Like, you done sucked the wind out of my sails. Like, I'm just feeling now. I'm burnt out.
I literally you just so upset it affects your mood watching the other shows. That's how I was. Like, I even though I got some good announcements out of some shows, I just didn't feel the excitement anymore. I felt like, just somebody punched me in the gut.
Like, who won E3 to you?
Who won? I'm hearing good things from Nintendo. I didn't even watch Nintendo. I'm hearing that Nintendo stole it because they had Banjo-Kazooie there.
Oh, of course.
So Banjo-Kazooie, again, wasn't that a game that was teased for Xbox, like a project?
I don't know. Like, I tell Xbox, don't waste money on Banjo-Kazooie. Build new shit.
Yeah, well, I thought they would at least probably go with that because nostalgia is a hell of a drug. They probably go with that because Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy did very, very well, and Spyro. Yeah. So you think they probably had that
was on the level of those two. I Banjo's like a beloved character, but then it's always like, why? You ask yourself why he's beloved, and I remember playing it, and I'm like,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no.
What's up, Royal? What's up, fam? How you doing? But yeah, I mean, I thought they at least had that or Conquer. Maybe Conquer would be a cool game to bring back. Something. Yeah, something. Oh no, not on Switch. No, if they had on Switch, the internet would erupt though.
Yeah, I mean, like people were talking about the Square Enix conference. I watched that. I wanted to die. But I'm not into the JRPG scene, right? I think the games like Witcher 3 and I agree with Kojima. Yeah. I think a lot of the Japanese developers need to catch up to the Western developers, and that's from Kojima himself. Yeah, it feels like they've all kind of fallen behind, and I get it that if you want that kind of game, there's only one place you really get it. Yeah, from those Japanese studios, and they showed a lot of them off. And if you're a big fan of those, like Fonzo's in the party, oh my god, that stuff, yeah. So naming off characters, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But then the Avengers thing came on, and Black Widow and her big ass head walked up to the screen. And I was like, all right, we're getting to see some cool stuff here. And that was about the only thing at that conference that
Final Fantasy it stole the show for everybody. I know a lot of diehard Final Fantasy. I never got into Final Fantasy, but I can respect it. That people like it.
It's a strong
franchise. Strong people ask for. And to keep in mind, when we first got a tease of this game was first hinted back in 2013, 2014.
Yeah,
when the guy came out, I was like, please be excited for Final Fantasy remake, and then the waiting game started from that point forward, and now we have the official release. So it's going to come out, I think, next year, right? Next year, something like that.
So, yeah. What about Outriders? What do you think about that? That's People Can Fly's new IP.
Okay, I guess.
I wasn't like hooked. I thought it looked good. But we all know that goddamn game is going to look that good when you're playing it.
Yeah. What was that game they showed? It was like a pencil drawing game, you know what I'm saying, moving in real time at the Xbox show. I forgot what it was called.
They were like drawing. I realized, oh fuck, Xbox is not gonna knock it out this year.
Yeah, just I don't know, man. It was too much. It was just too much thrown on the screen that I didn't care about. And then there was the lack of care in the other areas, So,
yeah, it was the lack of I don't know what it was. I think they need to remember who powers these E3s and who powers this brand. Yes. And that's we've all, Master Chief came out 20 years ago almost. Yes. Motherfuckers have grown up. Your audience has grown up. And I'm not going to sit there and watch the Super Bowl of gaming and cheer for Bambi, a reindeer game. I will never do it. Ever. So at the end of the day, you got to recognize who's there. And bring on some bigger, like Call of Duty. Fucking pay somebody to come on. If you don't have shit, you better find somebody who does.
Yeah, I'm surprised that wasn't even at their show. I mean, I know Sony's got the marketing rights, but at least they'd be on the stage or something, because the game comes out this year, doesn't it? So,
what do you think about the Star Wars game?
I'm really looking forward to that.
Yes, me too. Awesome. And I'm more excited because we haven't had a game like that. Especially like on
since Unleashed, right? Like since Force Unleashed, something like that.
Well, they're going like a Souls-esque combat mixed in with some Quantum Break time stuff.
Got some Uncharted elements too, because
mixed in with Uncharted a little bit, and it's a narrative-driven story game. The kind I fucking love these types of games, and we haven't gotten one of these since Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, pretty good game on the Xbox. It's been about 10 months or so.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting. I'm actually really hyped for this Star Wars game. I like it.
Yeah, I like the force abilities. Force abilities look really, really on point control wise. I like how he froze. I don't know if you noticed, but he froze the dude in the bullet, like the bolt. Grabbed the guy and put him in front of it and shot him back to it. That was actually pretty cool. That was a cool little spot. And
one hit lightsaber kills.
Yeah. Lightsabers actually seared the flesh of the enemies, so you can see burn marks when you cut through them. So that's cool.
I'm wondering if we'll give them a pass. It should cut their limbs off, but I guess we'll give them a pass for that.
Yeah.
Whatever. Right.
Yeah.
But other than that, they did show Star Wars. If that was a world premiere, that would have been a lot bigger, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't a world premiere. Yeah, EA treated their event kind of stupid though. You know, it's like they had the spreadsheet on the right side of the screen, and they literally showed this is what we got. So we had one good game. We had an announcement for a game that's pretty much dead to a lot of people, which is Apex Legends, which nobody cared about the additional stuff that they were adding because you can tell by the stream. The stream had 50,000 people watching, and they lost 20,000 as soon as they got to Apex Legends. So nobody was caring about that portion. And then after that, they talked about obviously the Madden and the FIFA. I was actually gone before that, so I didn't even care to watch it. But
so to me, the Star Wars thing was the only thing I gave two shits about. And I heard about a Battlefield remaster a while back.
Battlefield remaster?
Yeah. And I don't know if it's real or not, so I won't say which one. But I heard about a Battlefield remaster several months back, and I mentioned this on a video. Yeah. And there was nothing of that Battlefield remaster there, which is unfortunate because I was planning on jumping back into one of the best Battlefields ever made. And I don't know if it was delayed or if if the guy was wrong. I have no clue. So I thought EA would maybe bring a little more this year.
Yeah. I don't know. So much cringe, man. So much cringe. So much cringe.
Sure is. It's kind of like a lot of Twitter in this community. So
yeah.
I mean, Watch Dogs. I guess we can sum it up with this, right? Watch Dogs Legion beat the fuck out of Kevlar gun-armed motherfuckers as a grandma. What did you think about that?
Yeah, that's bad. Watch Dogs. Okay, I'm not even a big Watch Dogs fan, right? Not a big Watch Dogs fan. I haven't bought the first one because obviously we were misled with the demo. So I didn't buy the first one. Didn't buy into the second one because I was like, just I don't know. It doesn't look like it's the same game that we got from the first one. It doesn't look like something that's serious or something really story driven. And then we get part 3, which looks like they're just having fun with the friends. Like, you know what? I actually like that it can change based on the characters.
I guess. I mean,
I'm guessing they can change
the characters now.
It's basically anybody in the game, if that's what they were talking about, can be the character or something like that. Can be the
thing. But that's my thing. Like, I don't get to know any one of them really. I guess it's
I guess you're going to be relying on that ability with your phone. Remember how they did that with the first one? You're relying on your phone heavily to see their backstory. Like you can see like their job occupation, what they do, and they tell you if they're hackers, they're brute brawlers. You know what I'm saying? Like their effects. But yeah, I get what you're saying. There's no actual backstory. Like he comes from abuse. Something like that. You actually play.
Well, like you don't play as one character, so the investment in that character that you are playing is obviously minimized. Yeah, but on the other hand, you have that thing of, hey, if I do like this character, there's permadeath in this game, and I don't want to lose him, I guess.
Yeah, there's permadeath. That was the thing they confirmed too. Because remember that guy he had started off with, the bald guy? He died in the actual gameplay, and then the dude disappeared.
And then they went to
stream. Yeah, and he was a grandmother. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Tony Polanco, shout out to Tony Polanco. He had me dead, but I was sitting there going, this might be the first Watch Dogs game I buy, actually legit buy. Here comes Tony Polanco to destroy my thunder. He gonna post a damn picture of a grandmother holding a damn pistol. Like, you motherfucker. So that was funny. Some funny reveals out of E3. Funny reveals, but I don't know.
Don't forget Just Dance 2020. Of course.
Yeah, we can't escape that.
The guy behind Odyssey on, what was it called? Gods and Monsters, right?
Gods and Monsters, yeah.
And I'm thinking, like, man, where are the big AAA blockbusters? Like, are they really holding them all back?
They're probably, they're probably going to do the same thing they did with Black Flag, with PS5 and the new Xbox, have those as launch titles for those consoles, which makes sense because, we just had Odyssey, right? We just had Odyssey. We just had Origins and all that, so it would make sense to hold those back for next gen, which I'm fine with. I'm kind of, I'd rather them do that as opposed to being a port.
Yeah, I figured that Ragnarok. Yeah, we knew it was a 2020 game, but the new game, the new IP. I like that it's a new IP, but I just didn't the art style. I just feel like this year there's so many art style games that are just not. They don't look like Days Gone, right? Let's put it that way. They don't look like Days Gone. And they don't have that same approach, which is fine for a lot of people, but myself, I just want some some goddamn blockbuster looking.
You want something good. You want that shocker. Yeah.
I want that. I want that good shit.
There you go. You want that good drug. I see you. They just, I don't know, man. Just a lot to take in, man. A lot to take in this show.
Yep. Well, if you're listening, maybe let us know what you think about E3. Right?
I mean, yeah, I'll swing by. Yeah, once you send a link, I'll jump in with y'all if you have me on there for sure.
Yeah, I'll definitely have you on again, man. It's a good little talk back and forth. I mean, hey, once more, there's a massive fucking stupid divide in this community, and it's thanks to a bunch of propaganda. So if you actually give
I know.
Go actually listen to these people. Go actually listen to people that you're told that are liars and all this shit, and maybe you'll learn for yourself. It's actually one of the biggest problems in this country. It's the reason our politics are the way they are. Motherfuckers don't go look at anything themselves. They listen to someone else.
I can list a certain source. I'm not gonna say his name, but the dude was like, Microsoft insulted his fan with a trash E3. 5 hours later, actually no, more like 2 hours later, surprise announcement that shocks Xbox gamers. Then he goes 3 hours later. Oh, PlayStation drops a massive announcement that destroys E3. Well, you know what? Just stop.
You know who dropped something that destroyed something was your reply to that motherfucker. I was dead.
I was like, how? How do you make sense? It doesn't make sense to me.
You can't damage control for 6 years and say Sea of Thieves is a game of the generation, and then now act like you're the one keeping it real. Sorry.
What did he say? I had over 10,000 hours in Sea of Thieves. I'm like, dude, stop. Stop. Just stop it. Like,
bro, I got more gamer score in that game than he does. So, hey, at the end of the day, let us know what you think down below. It's a good show, Ryan.
Yo, absolutely, man. Guys, that's pretty much it. I want to do something different. I know everybody was ganging up on the E3 with a bunch of people on the panel. Best believe we're going to be going over E3 in its entirety Friday on the RGT podcast. We back in full effect. It was a good time, dog. Definitely. Shout out to Dealer here for coming through. It's been a while, but it's good to have him back on here and talk some few of these things. So we hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hit that like button. Go ahead and check out RDX, check out RGT, everything. And yeah, can't wait for Friday. It's gonna be a good time. But appreciate y'all. Dealer, go ahead and shout yourself out, my man.
Yeah. If you actually feel like learning the truth about what I actually say, then you can go to my channel at Dealer Gaming on YouTube and check that out. We'll be doing RDX and in about 2.5 hours. So if you want to come through and hear some things, if you're bored, you're happy to give a fuck, you can check that out.
Absolutely. I'll see y'all over there. I'm be over there with RDX. So definitely come on through and share that love to the stream. We're gonna have fun. But yeah, Microsoft's E3. I'm just gonna end it right here with final verdict. Go ahead, Deal. What would you give it out of a 10?
That was a 6 out of 10.
That was a 6 out of 10. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm just gonna
not too far off. I completely get it. And you know what? Even if you gave it a damn 8, I'm not gonna ride your I'm not gonna ride your sack because you disagree with me.
Well, hey, it's Megaton. Hey, it's the news that everybody wanted to hear.
There's so many pissed off people on Twitter right now, man. Like, because you didn't like Xbox's show, you feel the need to jump into everyone's fucking thread. Meanwhile, when you say you liked Xbox's show, like, I'm not in your fucking thread. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, it's sad. It's terrible. It's a terrible time. But for the people who are blaming gamers for this E3 and say that gamers are the problem for E3 not being good, those people cracked me up because I was reading that. I was sitting going, "Is my dude for real?
Gamers are the problem since when?
Gamers are the problem for this?" He said they're let's check out Salty. You saw Salty's post, right? Oh Lord, let me show you this post.
I mean, I get along with Salty. We don't always agree, but but
Salty's awesome. It was our problem.
I don't think gamers are to blame at all. What happened was, if you go back and watch the last 2 E3s, they were much better.
Yeah, they were better than this. I don't. Yeah. Oh man, actually, matter of fact, I'm actually gonna have to go a little point lower because one particular thing I forgot to throw that in there, obviously. So it's a 4. It's a 4 out of 10. My bad, not a 5.
4 out of 10.
Beautiful.
I remember the deer head.
Yeah, I remember the last part that got me triggered. It was the indie selection. So yeah, that got me triggered.
Yeah.
So yeah, and he said 60 games. You know, the way he started off the show, right? He said 60 games are going to be shown. I think he said 14 exclusives, something like that, 20 exclusives or 30 exclusives.
Everyone's saying that this platform has more games and blah blah blah, more variety. They're not created equal. All right, both ways, bitches. All right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my review. But oh man, guys, that was tough, man. Tough to watch. Tough to watch, but you already know. You already know. It's good to talk about it.
Man, it is a legitimate letdown.
It is.
You know Rand as well. Like that motherfucker's legitimately let down. You know, like
Oh, I would not be surprised. He actually went to E3 at one point, talked to Phil, so I know he's pissed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I didn't go this year, man.
Oh, yeah, you would. You probably would have thrown something at Phil.
No. But I would have been severely disappointed, and it would have been very hard for me to be like, "What the fuck?" Right?
So. Oh shit! And I forgot about this too. I know I told you about we're in this, but that new controller was the reason why I brought it even lower. They saw a new elite controller, for God's sakes. Why? Yeah. Why are we showing another elite controller? And it costs more this time around, don't it?
15 minutes on it like they did with Game Pass and you know,
that's another thing about it.
Oh man. Yeah, good show.
Oh yeah, definitely. I appreciate you coming through, my brother. It was good talking to you, and I'll definitely can't wait for RDX later on today to be on there. But guys, that was it. I didn't get a chance to watch this live with you guys. I was out of town, so I didn't get a chance to fire it up. So it's all good. That was the E3 in a nutshell. Wasn't a great E3 at all. I thought it was terrible. And tell you the truth, this could be more E3s at this rate if people don't start demanding better. But you know, people are demanding gamers now, or they're upset with gamers for demanding, or you know, being hyped for a game or studio because they tweeted it.
Scapegoating, you know, it had nothing to do with the leaks. No one said that Fable was real. No one said that Mechasol would be there. That we, you know, just because we talk about rumors like they themselves did.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that we said that it would be there, right? So you got to be very selective with your wording, and I wouldn't scapegoat the fact that there were rumors. There's always rumors.
Yeah,
it was just that you go on with the expectations that this is going to be E3, and you come out with Bambi and Xbox soap.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. I mean, it's it's hard to take, man. I'll tell you right now, though, I'm definitely I'm not in the mood to talk about anything Xbox for another 5 years at this point. So that's pretty much it. We appreciate y'all. Hit that like button. Thank you guys so much for coming through. I think it was like 150 at one point. So shout out to y'all. Appreciate the welcome back. I will be back here later on, probably tonight, obviously, for RDX, but uploads and all that be back tomorrow. So appreciate y'all. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be easy. Shout out to Jay Fonzarelli, aka Grounded Gamer. I see you in the chat, brother. And shout out to all y'all. Y'all be good. We out of here.